how to use Airtable for project management. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys step by step on how you can get started with using Airtable for project management. Now, Airtable is an amazing platform that can help you in building amazing applications. You can build your own platform for something like finance management, project management, CRM, HR, or anything else. Airtable is optimized with the help of AI support, so you're able to accomplish everything quicker and easier with the help of Airtable. What we can do with Airtable. Now, to get started, simply head on over into airtable.com. Now, Airtable is an amazing tool, so all you have to do is put in your prompt and that is it. But before we put in our prompt, I just like to click on sign up for free on the top right to get started with my Airtable account, because you do need to have your own account. Now, you guys can see I have signed up and this is, my basic account. Once you sign up and create your account, you have a few different options. You can start with Omni, which is their AI tool, and use this to build your own custom tailored app. You can start with a template for project management as well. You guys can see if I click on explore more templates over here and click on project management, they have some pre-built project management templates. Personally, I do think that these templates are pretty nice, so you can actually use one of these as well if you prefer to do so. However, if you want to build your own application, then you can also do that. However, within their project management templates, they have resource allocation, a simple project management, a project tracker, bug tracker, expense tracker, and corporate organizational chart. So all of these are going to just help you in making sure that your projects are running smoothly and quickly. Now, moving forward on to our next step on Airtable. Now from here, we're just going to click on the simple project management application template. And first, I'm going to show you guys how you can build this template for your own with your own customizations. And then later on, I'm going to show you guys how you can use their AI tool to build your template as well. So we're going to click on try this template over here. And once we click on try this template, we're just going to move forward simply by going on and waiting for this template to be applied so that we can use our brand new template. Now moving forward, it's going to apply this template and build the interface for you. Now, once it has built the basic interface for you, you can move forward simply by going on, and then you're just going to see a app directory. Now, you're previewing this as yourself. So first off, just take a quick look at if everything looks fine. Then on the left, it will show you some data. So within your data, you have a grid view of my tasks, projects, tasks, insights, teams. Then you have people, and these are people that have been added as samples. But if you want to remove them, you can remove them like so, or add your own. Obviously, you will be adding your own later on. After you have gone through this entire template, you're just going to proceed and get started with building. On the top left, you can change the name of your template. So let's say instead of naming this my project management template, I want to name this based upon the project this is managing. So let's say this is Sonic app, and I'm going to be using a pink color for this. From here, we have a base guide, and we're just going to open this up like so. And then from here, we can choose how we want to invite other members. So for any application or any project manager that you're building, you most definitely are going to be adding other people, or you're going to be adding your employees or fellow contractors, or just other people that you are working with within this particular project. So for that, you can invite them via email or create a link. And once you create this link, you can just share the link with all of these relevant employees, and you can add them as a creator, editor, commenter, or a read-only viewer. After that, you have your view option where you can allow any email address or only allow certain emails, or even share your space publicly. Once done, you can proceed. Now, on the left, if you click on this Omni option, you can choose how you can build different elements. You can use the AI to customize this, but I like to directly go into projects here. Now, within this project tracker, we have a grid view of multiple different projects, and if I open this up, we have this simple section which shows us all of the tasks, as well as the end date, start date, due date, and more. And this serves as a overarching project manager, which can help you in managing multiple projects in one space and be able to track everything from a eagle or bird's eye view. However, if you want individual project managers, then you might want to slightly change this. So for an individual project, you can simply go on ahead and you can import this data, or just click on plus, click on create from scratch, and you're just going to name this. Let's say I'm going to take an example, quantum leap. So I'm going to add my quantum leap as a separate table. It's going to be called quantum leap. And this should be called task. Each record within this needs to be called a task, and I'm just going to save. Then from here, you're going to go into your project and going to go into the tasks for this project. And then you can link to a task from tasks. So from here, you can just copy these and paste them over here. We have a separate section for this particular board. However, ideally you want to build a segregated space. So if you have this type of space as a project manager, it can be easy as a manager, but for individuals, it can be a bit difficult. So to build your ideal workflow, you can get started by clicking on Start with Omni. And then after that, you're going to build your project management tool. Now we want to build a project management tool as a individual project. So we want this to manage our entire project. Let's say it is a new app development project. So I want to build a project manager for my new project called Sonic App. Include tasks, bugs, epics, issues, and then after that we can click on over here, and then we're going to change the company name to Sonic, and then the industry type to tech. Now I'm going to ask it to build my application. On the right side, you will see a preview of the application or the project manager that it is building. And on the left side, you will see how it is adding some sample data and how it has created your basic project manager. Now, you can obviously customize this AI-based project manager as well. So even if there are certain details that you may want to include, you can always include them later on as well. I'm just going to wait until this has been created. And once it has been created, I can move forward. So right now on the left, you guys can see that it is crafting our application. It's building our pages. And now it's adding a few final touches. Once done, you guys can see it, you have a few different options. So we can customize the app name and color. I'm going to name this my Sonic Project Manager, and then I'm going to use the pink icon instead. Once done, you can continue building your app. Now from here, you will see that this has data, and within my data points, I have a design user interface. Then I have my automations. Then I have my task manager. Then I have a task Kanban, a bug tracking timeline, a epic management tool, and a issue management. I want a form section, but it does not include a My Work section, which is really important for employees. So within my interfaces, within my task manager, I want to take a look at uncategorized, not started, in progress, and then after that, we have after in progress, it says completed. So this looks fine. Now, I want a Kanban for issues grouped by the status. Now, within this, you guys can see on the right, we have different, user actions, appearance, as well as data sources. Let's say I want to create a My Work section under task management, and I'm just going to label it as My Work, like so. Now it's going to proceed with creating our data and fields. Now from here, I also do want a users section. So you guys can see we have all of these basic interfaces, and then we have a My Work task manager, which is good. So this looks fine. Now after that, we're going to ask it to create a section for employees for team chat and team for team chat and teams, and now it's going to create that segregated section, and right now it's creating the relevant tables and fields for that. And this is why I really do like Omni, because it's able to easily grasp what you are asking and create the relevant field or the relevant application very easily and very quickly. Now right now it has created a separate section for teams, and under teams it has a great view, team name, team description, so on and so forth. I wanted to teams and team chat. Within that, I do want a add people under teams so that my teams can be populated with the people's and all the team people and the member names like so, and it's generating that specific field. And once everything has been created, we can proceed. Now, I do think I have created almost all of our basics for this particular project manager. So once we're done with everything, we can proceed with using this. Now, on the left, we have tasks. Within this, we have a task view that is simple, and then we can configure the data dependencies as well as manage the fields, and I can just add all of the tasks over here. Now, after that, we also have bugs, which allows us to view all of the bugs, epics, then we have issues, then we have teams as well as a team chat section. Now the team chat section is not very accurate, so I'm just going to delete this table and we can proceed and start from scratch. This might be team chat. Because this is a project manager, messaging is going to be a bit different, so you're going to have to either use a third-party tool or just have messages be labeled under grids. Now on top we have automations, interfaces. Now within this interface, this one looks fine. So I'm going to click on publish and I'm going to publish task manager, issue manager, epic manager, and then just click on publish over here. Once I have published this, I can proceed with using it. So starting off, I would just go into the task list, add a record, which is going to be the task. So for my task, let's say it is to test level 3, and then the task is going to be set at medium priority. Then I can just open the task up to add a task description. You can even mention other employees or members from your workspace within this. Below that, you have a due date. So let's say it's due in a week, and then the priority is medium. The status is in progress, and you can assign it to a specific employee. Below that, you can attach or drop any files and add comments. Then you have the number of days it is due, task completion, as well as related issues. You can add a summary as well as priority suggestion and add any related epics, related issues, or bugs. Let's say there was a bug. So let's say there was a slow loading dashboard within level 3. So I can just relate that bug to this particular task. This makes it really easy for us to take into account any changes that need to be made and easily be able to create actionable items in the form of tasks. Then if I go into my work section, I will only be able to view the tasks I have to do. I can click on the top right to simply sort them based upon their status. So I'm going to change the sorting via their status, like so. Then after that, you have a Kanban view of your tasks. You can add tasks like so over here. Then below that, you have bug tracking. Again, you have open and in progress, high and critical priority, and then all records to view all of the bugs. You can click on add record to add any bug. Let's say there was a issue with registration on desktop. And then after that, we can choose the priority. This is open. And then we have the title as well as the reported date, resolution date, and then you can also see your bug timeline. So this will allow you to view all of your open bugs, in progress, resolved, and closed bugs. Then you have a all record section, which can allow you to monitor all of your records together. Now, moving forward, you also have a epic management section. Now, if you are not specifically in the app development plan for project management, you're going to change these fields. And you might say, hey, how do I know which field am I meant to create using Airtable? Because Airtable lets you create basically anything. So how do I know if this is going to be relevant to me? This is going to depend entirely on your industry. If you do not have a clear idea of what type of fields you want to be creating, you can simply use an AI tool like OmniChat to help you. Or if you don't want to build with OmniChat, because sometimes even if you're asking OmniChat a question, it might just build the thing for you, even though you meant to ask it as a question, you can go into ChatGPT. Once you go into ChatGPT, you can ask it for what elements you should include in a project manager. So these were all the elements that I included as a software or app builder. However, if I want to build something different, let's say I want to build a all tell me everything that needs to be included in a project manager app for a marketing project. So you guys can see marketing is a completely different niche. if I ask ChatGPT, it's just going to break down everything you need to create. You guys can see it's going to specify everything. And once it has specified everything in this form, you can just copy this. Now I'm going to proceed and go with all 11 of the basic points. I'm going to remove some of the points in this and then go into Airtable. So this is one example. However, if you want to build something different, I'll show you guys the next one. So we're going to go back, start with Omni, and we're going to paste in our text. So you're just going to have to paste it in like so. Now I don't want any notifications and alert emails, so I'm going to remove that because Omni does have a limit to how many words you can add. So within this, I'm just going to add all the basics: budget overviews, task management, deadlines, dependencies, recurring tasks, and we have calendar and scheduling. Now, I'm not going to add some of the version controls and preview thumbnails and permission controls, and I'm going to remove integrations from this as well as some other features, depending on, however type of project you have. So we're just going to ask Omni to build this, and this is very specified, so it's able to truly understand your query and understand what you want it to build for you. It's going to build that for you. So you guys can see it has started building our project overview with project descriptions as well as client names and project goals. The best part about using Omni is that you're able to see what it's doing in real time, which is really helpful as well. So this just gives you a better idea of how Omni functions and how it is just going to be creating your entire space. We're just going to wait for this to be created. And you guys can see our first tab has been created, which is our project overview. Then after that, it will build our task manager and calendar. Now, different project managers are going to have different needs. This is something that you do need to test with your own data and your own just market, because different projects have different requirements. So the app that you can build for every project is going to be tailored to that project, which is the best part about using a platform like Airtable. Because of these amazing customization options, you no longer have to use a one-size-fits-all. Instead, you have this tool which can build everything customized for you. Right now, we have dashboards, tasks, scheduling, collaboration, and after that, we have assets as well as analytics. And now we can move forward into actually using this that Airtable has created for us. So within a few minutes, our entire project has been completed, and now I can click on publish. I'm going to select all and publish this all together because this is completely accurate to what I wanted to build. And now for a marketing project, this is how everything is going to look. We're going to publish this and start using this as our primary marketing project manager. And within this project manager, it covers all the basic elements that you would need. And everything from management to general employee task management. It's going to have everything. So starting off, you guys can see on the top, we have a dashboard with a overview. Within this, you can see we have project details and we have scheduling. This includes a timeline as well as start dates and end dates, and different records that we can add. We can click on add record to add a timeline for certain projects within this project. Then after that, we have collaboration as well as assets, analytics, and then the most important section, the task list. So within the task list, it has a simple list form, but you can also ask the Omni tool simply by clicking on the bottom right. Once you click on this, you can ask it to build a Kanban board, build a Kanban task list as well. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a Kanban view for your tasks as well, which is super helpful, especially when you're trying to quickly overview all of your tasks. So currently we're going to have to go back into the editing phase because I have published my app already and I can't make more changes directly with Omni when I have a published application. So for that purpose, I will have to go back and make these changes within the editable interface, which is all right. So I can just go back and then republish my app. So keep in mind, you would have to unpublish your application if you are making any changes later on, but this is truly not something that is too much of a hurdle. Now for our project manager, let's get started with adding our projects. You can click on view data to start adding your data quickly. So you can remove all of the pre-built data, and you're just going to select that over here. Once you select your records, you can proceed with deleting them, and you can even group these as well as just select them individually. And you guys can see on the right, there is, all of these data fields. So we can just click on delete. We're going to delete all of these like so. Then we have our team members, which we're going to delete. The files, which we can add or remove. Then we have our campaigns as well as our tasks and our budgets. Starting off, I would name, let's say this is going to be my Kaiko project or Kaiko social media ads. Social media, and then we have our descriptions. Let's say this is to promote Kaiko's new summer range on 3 socials. Then the client name, you're going to add that here, Kaiko. The goal is to get 1M plus impressions. Then you can add the start date, it's today, and the due date. Let's say we are meant to finish this by August. Then after that, we have the project status. So this is in planning and the overall progress, team members assigned, and more. Once done, I can go back into my general project manager. Instead of the data view, you can switch back into your regular view and then start altering the rest of your tools. So keep in mind that when you're sharing this, it's going to look different. So if I create a invite link and invite other people, it's going to look like our basic interface, the app interface, rather than the data interface, because other people are not going to see these data fields as you are unless you give them the full permission or full access to view these data fields. Then after that, I would proceed with entering my team members so they have permissions and access. Then you can upload your campaign files as well as add your campaigns and tasks. Now, all of these things can be so easily done using Airtable. You would think that it is truly something that is fully customizable and is offering you so many amazing tools and features. Should you be using Airtable? Because sure, it must be so expensive to run all of these super customized applications. Well, if you think that it's going to be expensive, you don't know what Airtable truly has to offer you. Airtable is such an amazing platform that you can get started completely for free. You have 500 AI credits per editor each month with unlimited bases that you can create, as well as 1,000 records per base. Usually you're not going to run out of 1,000 records. In my case, I have built a successful project manager, and the average amount of bases that I had for an individual project or an individual record was around 70 records at one time. You can add upwards of 5 editors, and you have 1 GB of storage for your attachments per base. You can have 100 automation runs with Interface Designer. Then you have their team plan at $20 per seat per month, billed annually. This has 15,000 AI credits per paid user each month, as well as 50,000 credits per base with 25,000 automation runs, 20 GB of attachments per base, standard sync integrations, extensions, Gantt and timeline views, as well as expanded color, formatting, and calendar options. Then after that, you have their business plan at $45 per seat per month. This includes 20,000 AI credits, as well as 100,000 automation runs with 100 GB of attachments per base, verified data, admin panels, AI admin controls, and more. You also have their enterprise, which has custom pricing based upon your organizational needs. You even have their product central solution, and you guys can have a detailed overview of their pricing under their pricing section. So Airtable allows you to not only build these amazing apps, but one thing that Airtable does really well for a lot of project managers, they don't even know that they can do this right now, but the people that have been early adopters are seeing a lot of success and growth. And that is building AI agents for your applications. So instead of just running my boring application, I can build an AI agent that is going to help all of my employees work. It's going to understand our business and make informed decisions to get work done at scale in the fraction of a time. It basically serves like a VA, a virtual assistant, but it does that for your project. So you can easily go into AI agents over here and then click on Try It Now. Once you click on Try It Now, you can start building your own AI agents using Airtable. Airtable allows you to build your own agent, and that agent is then going to be deployed within the application or within the project manager that you built. You even have a portal where you can collaborate with guest users outside your organization. You can build apps on top of massive data sets, as well as start building with their automations and different interfaces. So all of that for a low price of only $20. It truly is going to be one of the best platforms out there when it comes to customized project management. However, it is going to be $24 if you are choosing monthly billing. However, with yearly billing, you would be saving $4 on their team plan, and you would be saving around $6 on their business plan. So it is worthwhile, especially for larger teams, to just opt for yearly plans because it is such an amazing tool. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you guys did find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions or queries, you guys can leave those in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.